The entire full-size truck industry is currently operating under a massive, dangerous illusion, blindly assuming that the current generation of pickups has reached the absolute ceiling of what is mechanically and technologically possible. Ford and Chevrolet have spent the last 3 years patting themselves on the back, tweaking their infotainment screens, and adding slightly more aggressive grille designs, genuinely believing they have checkmated the competition. But they have fundamentally misunderstood the philosophy of the company sitting quietly across the board, watching, calculating, and preparing to completely dismantle their dominance. Toyota is not just preparing a mid-cycle refresh for the 2027 Tundra. They are executing a radical, ground-up re-engineering of their flagship pickup that exploits every single blind spot in the American truck market. This is not about adding a new trim level or slapping some blacked-out badges on an existing package. This is about a fundamental shift in metallurgy, powertrain architecture, and interior luxury that will make the current F-150 and Silverado look like they were built in the previous decade. If you think you know what a modern Toyota truck is capable of, you need to erase that knowledge right now, because the 2027 Tundra is about to redefine the very physics of how a half-ton pickup drives, tows, and dominates the road. Welcome to my channel, where we dive deep into the world of cars, uncovering power, performance, and the stories behind every machine. If you love bold reveals, hidden details, and real automotive insights, make sure you're subscribed. To truly grasp the magnitude of what Toyota is about to unleash, we have to look at the hidden frustrations that have plagued the current Tundra since its debut, and how Toyota's engineering teams have spent the last 4 years secretly solving them in the shadows. The current Tundra is a fantastic truck, but it carries a few inherent compromises dictated by the original TNGA-F platform constraints. It is slightly heavier than its rivals. The rear suspension geometry, while improved, still exhibits that traditional truck bounce when the bed is empty, and the interior, while a massive leap forward, still falls just short of the ultra-luxury benchmarks set by the highest trim American competitors. Toyota's engineers took this feedback not as a defeat, but as a direct challenge. For the 2027 model year, they have developed what internal documents refer to as the TNGA-F Evolution Architecture. This is not a completely new platform, but rather a highly advanced, heavily modified iteration that utilizes a new grade of ultra-high tensile steel in the ladder frame, combined with strategic laser welding techniques that have allowed them to shed nearly 400 pounds of structural weight without sacrificing a single ounce of torsional rigidity. This massive weight reduction is the secret key that unlocks every other improvement in the truck, from acceleration to braking to fuel efficiency, creating a lighter, sharper, and infinitely more capable foundation. Visually, the 2027 Tundra is going to command the road with an entirely new level of aggressive aerodynamic authority. Toyota's design language has evolved significantly with the new Tacoma and the Land Cruiser, and the Tundra is absorbing those cues while projecting a much more mature, premium presence. The front fascia is dominated by a completely redesigned, massive hexagonal grille that sits lower and wider, giving the truck a much more planted, predatory stance. The lighting signature has been completely overhauled, featuring ultra-slim, sequential LED matrix headlights that not only provide incredible nighttime visibility, but also integrate active aerodynamic shutters that close at highway speeds to reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency. But the exterior is just the wrapping paper? The real revolution happens at the back of the truck, where Toyota is finally solving the age-old compromise of the pickup bed. For 2027, Toyota is introducing a fully integrated, carbon fiber, reinforced composite bed as standard equipment across the entire lineup, not just as an expensive option. This is not the cheap, plastic-lined beds found on some competitors. This is a highly advanced aerospace-grade composite material that is virtually impervious to dents, scratches, and corrosion. It is significantly lighter than a traditional steel bed, which further contributes to the truck's overall weight reduction. And it features a completely integrated, molded-in texture that provides incredible grip for cargo, without the need for a slippery, aftermarket spray-in liner. The bed also features a completely redesigned, multi-position tailgate with integrated structural crossmembers that allow it to support massive loads even when partially open. And it houses a hidden, lockable storage vault capable of securing valuable tools or gear out of sight. Add in the new high-output 120-volt inverter system that can push up to 24 kilowatts of continuous power directly from the bed, and you have a mobile workspace that completely outclasses anything currently offered by Detroit. Now, let us dive into the heart of the beast, because the powertrain updates for the 2027 Tundra are nothing short of a mechanical masterpiece. Toyota is not just tweaking the existing i4 or CrewMax hybrid system. They are fundamentally reimagining how electrical power is integrated into a heavy-duty drivetrain. The new flagship powertrain, internally dubbed the i4 CrewMax Apex, pairs a heavily revised 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 with a completely new axial flux electric motor integrated directly into the bell housing of the transmission. Unlike traditional radial flux motors, this axial flux design is significantly smaller, lighter, and capable of generating a massive amount of torque density. The result is a combined system output of a staggering 550 horsepower and a earth-moving 650 pound-feet of torque. But raw numbers only tell half the story. The genius of this new hybrid system lies in how it delivers that power. Toyota has completely recalibrated the software to prioritize low-end, diesel-mimicking torque. When you mash the throttle, the electric motor provides instantaneous, neck-snapping acceleration, completely eliminating the turbo lag that plagued the early versions of the twin-turbo V6. But the true centerpiece of the interior is the massive technological overhaul. Toyota has completely ditched the laggy, outdated software of the current generation and introduced a brand new, lightning-fast infotainment system powered by a next-generation Snapdragon automotive processor. The centerpiece is a massive, 16-inch high-definition touchscreen that dominates the center stack, offering crisp, vibrant graphics and instantaneous response times. The system features wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it also includes a highly intuitive, customizable home screen that allows you to pin your most used apps and widgets exactly where you want them. For the first time in a Tundra, Toyota is offering an augmented reality heads-up display that projects critical navigation arrows, speed limits, and safety warnings directly onto the windshield, overlaying them onto the real-world road ahead. The digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel is a crisp, 12.3-inch display that can be customized to show everything from traditional gauges to detailed off-road pitch and roll angles, hybrid power flow, and towing telemetry. And wrapping it all together is a breathtaking 14-speaker premium audio system developed in partnership with Mark Levinson, which delivers concert hall clarity and deep, resonant bass, completely isolating you from the noise of the outside world, thanks to the new, acoustic laminated glass used on all four side windows and the windshield. But Toyota is not done dropping bombshells, because the final, most shocking reveal for the 2027 Tundra is a completely new cab configuration that is going to steal direct aim at the Ram Megacab. For years, buyers who wanted massive, limousine-like rear seat space in a truck had to look at the incredibly expensive, heavy-duty Ram Megacab, which features rear seats that recline dramatically and fold completely flat to create a massive interior cargo vault. Toyota has finally answered this demand with the introduction of the all-new Tundra CrewMax Max. This is not just a Tundra with a slightly longer back door. It is a fundamentally reconfigured cab that features an extended rear overhang and a completely redesigned rear seating area. The rear doors are massive, providing an incredibly wide opening that makes getting in and out of the back seat effortless. But the real party trick is the rear seating. The seats are heavily contoured, deeply cushioned captain's chairs that feature their own dedicated climate control vents, heated and ventilated functions, and massive recline angles. And just like the Ram, these rear seats fold completely, perfectly flat into the floor, creating a massive, secure, climate-controlled cargo area that is perfect for hauling valuable gear, camping equipment, or even small motorcycles with the tailgate closed. So, here is my bold, unfiltered, and absolute take on the situation. The 2027 Toyota Tundra is not just a competitive alternative to the American V8 giants. It's a superior, more technologically advanced, and more refined machine that completely exposes the stagnation of the Detroit 3. Toyota has looked at every single compromise of the current generation and engineered a brilliant, highly effective solution. They have lightened the frame, introduced a mind-blowing new axial flux hybrid powertrain that mimics the torque of a diesel, completely revolutionized the rear suspension to eliminate the empty bed bounce, and introduced a luxury interior and a new CrewMax Max configuration that rivals the best luxury SUVs on the market. This is not a truck that is trying to catch up to the F-150. This is a truck that is lapping it. I want to know exactly what you think about this massive, ground-up evolution. When you look at the combination of the 550 horsepower, axial flux hybrid powertrain, the revolutionary multi-link rear suspension that eliminates the empty bed bounce, the luxurious CrewMax Max configuration, and the aggressive pricing strategy, what is your immediate reaction? Are you finally ready to abandon your lifelong loyalty to Ford or Chevy and make the switch to Toyota? Or do you think the American V8 tradition is still worth holding on to? Drop your raw, unfiltered thoughts in the comments below, because I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know which specific upgrade matters most to your purchasing decision. Is it the off-road dominance of the TRD Pro, the luxury of the interior, or the sheer brilliance of the new hybrid powertrain? Let the debate begin in the comments, because your perspective shapes the future of this channel. Subscribe now to channel if you want early access to the latest car reveals, leaks, and performance breakdowns before everyone else. Thanks for watching. See you in the next drive.